Oh.
And apart from that, you're free to take it away, mate. Have a good run.
Thank you. Okay. What is up? 1 second. I'm just trying to... There we go. What is up? My name is Mix. I am a fellow speed man of the Jet Set Radio and Jet Set Radio Future games. This game I had some fighting with, so excuse me if I'm a little rusty. I spent the last 6 hours trying to fix my game instead of play it, so I'm pretty confident in this though. So I guess time will start in just a few seconds if you guys are ready for time or whatever. I don't know. I guess I just count you guys down. Alright, so time will start in 3, 2, 1, go.
Somewhere in Asia.
So this game is, like I said, Jet Set Radio, and it was originally developed for the Dreamcast.
Nice.
I don't know if it was developed on release. I don't think it was.
Nice.
However, this is my childhood game. It's the first game I ever played, I think, ever. My dad pre-ordered the Dreamcast, and for the first year of the Dreamcast, if you pre-ordered it, you were automatically registered for Sega's monthly magazine. And in that magazine, they would send you demo discs. And the demo discs were loaded with different game demos, obviously, similar to the combo discs for the original Xbox. And one of them was Jet Set Radio, and it was literally just this tutorial I'm playing right now, except this character right here named Tab was a little different. And I played it forever. Now what I just did there was called a quick spray, and so this game has sprays, obviously, because there's graffiti, and there's 3 different graffiti sizes. There's the small, which are the tags I was doing at the start, which is just 1 and you just press a button. There's the medium, and then there's the large, and there's technically an extra large as well, but they're the same as larges. So medium tags take 3, which was what we sprayed earlier, and large tags take 7 cans. So medium and large, we have to do something called quick spraying. And quick spraying is we take the spray button, which we have bound to usually Y or X, and the direction of the spray, and then from there we just press the spray button again.
Nice.
And this is called bus skip. No, I missed it. Okay, hopefully it's not mine that's buffering. I don't have OBS open because this game takes up like a lot of resources for a crappy Steam port. Okay, I won't go for bus skip anymore. It's just swag, really. It really saves no time. But I have some time to kill on my estimate, so it really doesn't matter too much. I wanted to get bus skip because I'm like the king of bus skip, but it's okay. Bus skip sucks. It's not the meta anymore. Don't worry about it. Alright, so this is the first legitimate stage. It's called Shibuya GG, and this is our turf, the Shibuya bus terminal, but apparently someone's breaking into it, and we need to stop them. Spoiler alert, the people that are breaking into are the Love Shockers. And we don't like Love Shockers. Alright, and here's the police. So the police seem pretty okay. It's simple. They are police, and they just don't like graffiti. It's understandable. And this is Onishima, and he has a gun. That's a little less understandable. And we'll see a lot more of Onishima here shortly. Okay, and I can crash right here? And I did crash. Okay, and this is why we run this game through a debugger. No! Are you kidding? Oh, man. Even the debugger crashed. That's cool. I lost my mouse. Are you serious? That really sucks, man. Okay, so we're gonna just have to redo this stage. It's fine. It's no big deal. We just have to redo the stage. It's no big deal. The game... this Steam port's really bad. We just have to redo that stage, which isn't very long. But it could cause me to go over estimate, so I apologize. We really can't control the crashes on this stage and the next. However, usually we can save them, which is why we run this game through the debugger in the first place. Alright, and I actually have to pause here. Oh, I hit controls. There we go. And turn off center camera, because if I had center camera on, I would literally lose my mind. Holy. Alright, that's understandable. I made her a little mad, that's okay. Alright, so we're just gonna redo the stage and pretend like nothing ever happened. Alright, guys? As far as I'm aware, this is the first time I've ever done this stage. It's the first time you guys are seeing it. And, yeah.
Nice.
It's all just your imagination. It's all in your head. Dude, if this game crashes again, I'll cry. Alright, no crash. Awesome. I mean, if it crashes for the first time, not again. I didn't crash. That was the first time I played that stage. Alright, and now we're picking a new character named Tab that we saw earlier. Or Korn if you're more familiar with Jet Set Radio Future, or if you just so happen to be Japanese. And Korn he's the best character in the game. Because he holds 30 cans. Well, he's the best character in the any percent speedrun. Or in this case, any percent glitchless. Because he holds 30 cans, and that's the most amount of cans you can hold without using an NG plus character. However, some stages we opt to use Beat, like the last stage, even though he only holds 20 cans, because our can route makes it to where it doesn't really matter, as long as we do everything correctly. Thank you for the good luck. Wait a minute. This guy just said the SWAT team. Holy moly. Alright, so this game's a little extreme. So whoops, I didn't mean to go over this way. We're now getting tear gas shot at us for spraying some graffiti. Completely reasonable though, completely reasonable. So I do believe I'm gonna get a cutscene here. Yeah, I'm gonna get a cutscene here. Yep. Okay, there we go. I actually didn't fall, which is surprising. Alright, so I can also crash here. But I didn't. So, that's good. So now the crash zone's gone. So now I just have to not suck. Oh, I picked beat. I suck. It's okay. This stage is fine with beat. We just have to pick up 2 cans at the end. Some of our speedrunners legitimately opt to use beat, so I can hear them all say ba-da-ba-ba-da. Oh, okay. I missed that. There we go. Oh no. And that was a different enemy, as you can see there. It was no longer the Love Shockers. Instead, it's a gang called Poison Jam. And we'll see a little bit of Poison Jam, not too much though. And it's important to note, I'll show you guys next stage, but there's a very interesting fact about this game that we discovered kind of recently in the texture files of the game. No, this game does not encourage that. They say it at the beginning of the game. I think due to legal reasons they had to, but they're like, graffiti is art. Graffiti as an act of vandalism is a crime. We don't condone it, whatever. But if we look at the start of this stage here, there's going to be a cutscene, right? And this is Poison Jam. They seem pretty normal, but they all have the number 2 on their head. Now, I found in the texture files that every single gang, all 3 of them, for the 3 characters, because every gang has like 3 different characters within their gang. Oh, I missed that blue can. That's cool. They're all supposed to be a little different. Like the noise tanks are supposed to be different colors. Poison Jam has different numbers on their head. And the Love Shockers have different amounts of dots under their eyes. However, for whatever reason, they just did not utilize that at all in the game. I don't know if it was due to, like, models, like, giving them trouble or what, but they did not utilize the 3 different at all, but they chose to leave them in the game files. So now we're stuck with 3 Poison Jam characters, all with the number 2 on their foreheads. And it's just one thing that really bothers me about this game. So that was No 540. It was pretty simple. I got a strat called One Wall there, where we only wall ride on 1 wall. Because back in the day, we did a bunch of wall rides, and it was really, really stupid. And now, I believe we're doing the first boss fight. Yes, we are doing the first boss fight, so wish me luck. So this is Kogani Circus, and we're fighting Poison Jam. All still with the number 2 on their forehead. And for whatever reason, I've never tried it myself, but I assume if you spray paint someone's back, it just really damages them. I assume it damages their lungs. That's the only thing I can... Oh, I got a trick jump. Okay, I didn't think I would get a trick jump. But you'll see here, we're gonna just spray their backs and we defeat them. So our can collection is we collect 30 cans and we spray each one 10 times. Nope. Come on. Okay, so I was spraying that guy. I actually believe my controller disconnected, which is why. There we go. So, a little bad, but that's okay. But yeah, we sprayed their costumes on the back. When you think about it, Poison Jam are just cosplayers that take it a little too far. everybody in this game is a cosplayer that takes it a little too far. This game makes no sense, but that's what I love about it. That's what I love about it. And yes, we did get Jet there. So you notice we tend to get Nitro on a lot of stages, which is preposterous. We're going so fast. Like, some people are like, this is the fastest I've ever seen this game done.
Nice.
That was a really good quick spray.
Yeah.
Oh. But it's actually score-based. So you'll see we get 100 plus 50 for every quick spray we do. Which is okay. However, there are more graffiti pattern, like spray patterns than just up and down.
Nice.
But it's slower, most definitely slower, and that's what gets you points. So jet rank is not required for the any % speedrun, or any speedrun that requires beating the game. Jet rank is solely for 100%ing the game, because you unlock NG plus characters if you jet rank every... Okay, that's okay. I didn't want to go up there. Alright? I didn't want to get that graffiti. I'm gonna go ahead and spray this guy. Yeah, I didn't want to get this graffiti. But it's just required for unlocking NG plus characters, so jet rank sucks and it's stupid, and it makes no sense that everything's named after things that would make you go fast, but going fast is not what gives you the rank. This game has a lot of problems. One of them being the amount of rivals that we all say no to. There's tons of different characters in this game, and we say no to every single one of them. Oh yeah, the story is terrible. Jet Set Radio Future was released for the OG Xbox, and its sole purpose was to rewrite the story of Jet Set Radio, and it still sucked. Story-wise, the game itself is pretty good, actually.
You got time for a quick donation?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, so we have $7 from Flesh. So here are my promised $7 for each death of Monster Hunter Run. By the way, awesome job, Lexi. You're right. This is going towards naming starter Pokemon Black Zelda. Zelda is love. Zelda is life. Thank you so much. Now we'll get back to the run.
I agree.
Yeah. Nice. Nice.
Well, thank you, you kind young soul, for that donation. Remember, donating money is good, as long as you can afford to donate. So, remember that for life, because, yeah, just be a good person, and give everybody else your money. Anyways, you saw there, I hit a noise tank and fell down. That was some, very intended RNG manipulation, and it was not a mistake, because I don't make mistakes.
Nice. Nice.
Just happy little accidents, in the words of Bob Ross.
Nice.
That was Graffiti High. Pretty simple. And now, these next two stages are the only stages where we actually have to sort of change what we do for a glitchless run. Because there is a glitch in the game known as Can Glitch. Now, personally, I did not want to ban Can Glitch from Glitchless because it makes us go legitimately slower in the speedrun. However, us as a community decided that it should be banned. So what it is basically, if you collect cans and spray an enemy at the same time, you will duplicate your cans. So it's hard to not get if you're doing it, which is why I wanted to. ban it, but I completely understand why we wanted to ban it for the sake of glitchless. I had to jump early, or else I would have bonked that guy. So this could be better, but that's okay. Did I trigger him? I didn't trigger him, dang it. I still didn't trigger him, dang it. There we go. Oh, my dash didn't work. That's okay. This is not okay. Please come back. There we go. All good there. That was optimal. I promise. And now the next stage is love attack, and you guessed it, the little shockers we have to attack. And that's Yo-Yo. Yo-Yo's awesome. He's the fastest character in the game. And this stage sucks purely because hills in this game suck. And we get to listen to Sneak Man. This is a good stage because of that. Oh, that's not good for me. So I can't actually spray her there, even though in the any percent speedrun we would, because I would get a can glitch. So there we go. Alright, we'll trigger her. There we go. No, dang it, I didn't get stuck in it. Sometimes you can get stuck in them, and it's even rarer that you can make your character T-pose. And T-posing is really cool and trendy. So here comes Chapter 2, which is possibly the most poorly written story arc in the history of video games. So basically, in the original release, the Japanese release of this game, this was not even in the game, all of this. And so they introduced these two new characters, Cube and Combo, and a character that's never seen except in an image named Coin, and two new stages, just to appeal to a more American audience. Which is hilarious, first of all. And it's a little controversial the way they do it, because, well, you'll see in a minute when we see the first different colored character of the game. There's another, but this is Combo. And so that's what they think of urban culture in the early 2000s over at Sega. That character in all of its glory. So, basically, the story arc for Chapter 2 is, these people named the Golden Rhinos all of a sudden came to their turf over in America and tried to kill them or something. I don't really know. They make no sense at all. We would have to watch the cutscenes, which nobody wants to do. So we won't. There we go. Fall down. Super slow because I suck. Get a trick jump because I suck. There we go. It was all just swag strats. Don't worry about it. And now we just complete this race. So, oh no, am I gonna lose this race? I'm not gonna lose the race. There we go. Yeah, I'm not gonna lose. I take a faster route than him, so I'm not gonna lose. But that was very poorly executed on my part. But anyways, they wanted us, just like in the beginning of the tutorial, they wanted to challenge these two people so they could join the gang. talking trash about Combo. How could you? Combos, excuse me, I just like swallowed toxic air or something. Sorry. Combo's really cool. The speedrunners hate on him because he's like controlling a bathtub on rollerblades, but I like him. So, this is Bantam Street. We were picking Cube for this stage, and we're gonna pick Cube for the next stage because I give Combo special treatment and pick him for another stage, even though other speedrunners don't, because they think he's like controlling a bathtub on wheels. And we got the better song here, Recipe for the Perfect Afro. You can get a Rob Zombie Dragula remix, but I personally don't like heavy metal that much, so I prefer this song because this song is easily the best song on the soundtrack. This song is wavy. Like, I would listen to this unironically. There we go. And we got the blue can. So since there's not really much to talk about here, I'm going to talk about some of the name differences in the files, as well as the name differences in the Japanese release, and Jet Set Radio Future. So, I agree, the remix they did for Dragula in this game is actually fantastic, but I still prefer this song. So, let's start with Beat. So, originally Beat's name was going to be Ereki, however, it was just changed to Beat later, and his original texture was going to have a light bulb, with a lot of electricity going through it, because I believe Ereki in Japanese is electric, or something of those sorts. Oh, I didn't get up there, which is okay. Also, the Golden Rhinos use, like, medieval weaponry. They're, like, pirates using whips and, like, cutlasses. I don't know the whole deal behind that, but... And they also are really creepy and go, hello, child. But anyways, Gum's name stays Gum throughout all 3 versions of the game. And then there's Tab, who's Korn in the original Japanese release, and the Jet Set Radio Future release. So, that's something. There's rumors that his name is actually a mistranslation of the word cone, but I don't actually know how credible that is. And let's see. There's all sorts of different, now that I think about it. Garam stays Garam. However, his name in the files is Code for whatever reason. And Combo's name is Conpo in the files. I don't know why, but it's Conpo. All hail Conpo. Cube, I believe, stays Cube. She could not, though. I'm trying to think. The Mew's name is Biss in the original Japanese release. And, Rith. Oh, there we go. And Rith in Jet Set Radio Future. Slate is Soda in JSRF in the original Japanese release. Piranha is Sugar in Japanese, and Boogie in JSRF. And that's all I can think of off the top of my head. Oh, and Yo-Yo is just Yo-Yo. Everybody loves Yo-Yo. So this stage has been pretty good, actually. I haven't messed up yet. Oh, there we go. That's fair. That's fair. He does believe he can summon a demon with a record. And that was Chapter 2, by the way. A whole story arc just for 2 stages and 2 characters. It's really something. But believe it or not, in the original Japanese release, Combo and Cube were actually still in the game. They were just like regular characters like everybody else. And I picked Combo on this stage. even though that's a sin for most speedrunners, but I believe combo deserves his own entire stage, so. This is Chapter 3, and Chapter 3 is really fun if you're not me. It's all the beginning areas of each stage combined, or area combined. So, Shibuya, which is this, Kogane, and Ben 10. All of those combined for the 3 stages of Chapter 3. Alright, just gotta avoid these explosions. Awesome. And so, you can really see Jet Set Radio Future kind of takes... I don't know what is in my throat. But Jet Set Radio Jet Set Radio Future kind of takes this whole aspect right here and makes it the whole game, where instead of different like stages through like going through the garage and stuff, everything is like connected to each other through like the legitimate like roadways and areas of the game, which is really cool, and I really like it a lot, and it was a fantastic design choice. However, I do like that they utilize that in this game as well, even if it's not a lot. Due to the limitations of the Dreamcast, I don't really believe it was super possible to do that for the entire map. So that's understandable. So this guy is going to hang on to us. But he didn't light us on fire, believe it or not. So, the Golden Rhinos are crazy. They are legitimately crazy. As you guys can see, that man has C4 strapped to his chest. And the rest of his little minions have like speakers on their head, and they will literally just explode if they get you. They will actually suicide bomb you. I don't know how this game got approved to be like made and published, but it did, and it's fantastic. That's explosion. Bring it on. By the way, all these cutscenes I'm skipping are the DJ Professor K cutscenes. And when you think about it, DJ K is like the main character of the Jet Set Radio series, and we just completely skip him in this game. We don't see him once. And the only time we hear him is when he says, "somewhere in Asia," at the beginning of the game. By the way, that was Piranha, aka Sugar, aka... if I had to pick a video game wife, she would be it. But I'm not weird, so I don't have a video game wife. Was running towards a backdrop. Yeah, it's super awkward if you're new to the game. Like, the transition area for that stage is super weird. So, this stage has afro snipers. I don't know what this game's obsession with afros is, but some of the enemies have afros, and there's also an entire song that we heard earlier on Bantam Street called Recipe for the Perfect Afro. I assume it's just because this game is all about being quote-unquote funky, and afros are funky or something, so I kind of missed that blue can. I'm just lucky I got off that rail, because that rail's impossible to get off of. But this game does have a slight obsession with afros, so that's something. Wow. Oh, that was glorious. That's okay. I don't really care. Here's another afro sniper. I think you stay hydrated, bot. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, to stay hydrated. Oh, I forgot, it's a cutscene. As you can see, I totally sprayed that spray during that cutscene, and not just the air. I promise. And these guys are super annoying, so they'll shoot you if you're not dashing. If you read all the dialogue for the tutorial, Tab states that, remember, if you're dashing, bullets can't hit you. Which is a fantastic thing for, like, legitimate players, but in terms of, like, realism, I guess, that makes absolutely no sense. But it's true. If you're dashing, bullets can't hit you. However, if you're jumping, bullets can hit you, even if you're jumping off of a dash. So, they still suck. However, if you're fast enough, if you do everything correctly, you shouldn't get shot on the stage. But I'm Mix, so everybody knows I'm not going to do everything correctly. Because I'm a mess. Whoa. Okay, there we go. Regular humans can't. That's true. That's very true. Alright, one wall. Nope, I'm gonna get 2 wall. And this jump is called Rhino Jump. As you can see, I jumped on a rhino, but I missed the spray, so... Alright, that's okay. I showed you guys Rhino Jump, and then I didn't get Rhino Jump again. I missed the spray. That's fine. This is fine. So for whatever reason, when you're dashing and you jump, you don't actually jump as high as if you don't dash. So what we do there is we dash just until we can't get shot anymore, and then we stop dashing, and then our height on a jump without dashing is just enough to jump on top of that rhino. However, sometimes you miss the spray because the hitbox for the spray is a little weird. So we gotta say no to Squidward, and then now we're gonna go onto the stage I hate the most, called Benton Burning. Yeah, this game makes no sense, and this huge man lifting a truck just proves that. So the name for those huge men in the game files is, I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's the Japanese word for superhuman strength. Because Japan gave that its own word, I guess. Japan is crazy. But yeah, that's what those guys are named. I don't know how to pronounce it, or even what it is off the top of my head. But yeah, I Googled it one time, because I was interested. And I was not disappointed. Okay, so that transition may be the worst transition of all time. But that's okay. And I'm just gonna accept my fate there and let that dude roundhouse kick me. This 1,000-pound man with a karate belt on and no shirt. Just roundhouse kick me. If you guys have ever watched WWE back in the day, I would compare these guys to Mark Henry. Because these guys are just absolutely huge. Bonk that, fall to my death, there we go. Just as planned. Whoa. Alright. He's gigantic. Alright, and these can pyramids suck because if you collect them fast, you don't actually get all the cans, believe it or not. So I need 17 cans here to not lose the game, or reset my speedrun basically, so I got it. And next stage, we're actually going to need exactly 30. However, there's a notorious thing in the next stage where we only get 29 and throw runs and lose PBs. Also, what I did there was not a glitch. If you saw me kind of come off a rail and get pushed up, it's called harvest skip. And we, as a community, decided that it ultimately was not a glitch. It's just a little unintended benefit from the game being bad. The main reason we considered it not a glitch is purely because the only thing it does is it does not actually like skip anything or anything like that. It literally just prevents us from going all the way around. As well as it's not really a glitch. It's just a weird game mechanic. Also, a bunch of Afro dudes, and whoa, Poison Gym doesn't have a mask. They're brainwashed because apparently Poison Gym is more important than the other two gangs. I don't know why they chose Poison Gym. Also, apparently Poison Gym also has like legitimate fangs. I don't understand this game. Like, these guys took their time to get fangs, like, surgically implanted into their skull. Like, I don't know. Okay, well, sometimes you just gotta stop skating, man. You know what I mean? Holy. Okay, that could have been bad. Alright, and that was Behind the Mask. And here comes the final stage of this fantastic game. This run's pretty decent for a crash and literally not practicing at all. And this stage is called Final Groove. I would go for something called Limb Boost, but I don't actually know where I stand in terms of my estimate, so, because of that crash, obviously. So, instead, I'm just going to do this stage normally and not suck. But this is Goji, the leader of the Golden Rhinos, and he's summoning a demon with a record. So that's something. He's got these rhino women in cages. Oh wow. Oh, I got 30 seconds. Well, yeah, I'm gonna go over estimate just a little, unfortunately. I apologize. I can't help that the game crashes. I really expected that if I were to crash, I would have been able to save it, but the debugger legitimately crashed. What's up, Zerp? And rippin' Yayo da Heyo. I got that emote too. But I'm actually speedrunning a game right now, so I can't post it. Yeah. Ooh. Twitch actually puts Jet Set Radio under the name Jet Grind Radio, which is a bad name for it. It was the NTSCU localization of Jet Set Radio. It's the name they use. I believe because of copyright reasons. So I fell twice, which sucks. And time's coming up just in a second, like, very shortly. If I don't suck at this. Oh, okay, well. And time. So, in the US voices, this is Geronimo. However, in the Japanese version, he screams Banzai. But that's just a radio. I'm sorry I crashed and I couldn't show it off to its best of abilities, but I feel like against all odds, I had a pretty decent run there. Yeah, we sprayed his head. So, this sums up Coin. They don't say what happened to him. They just said he died, I guess. I don't know. The game's original name was not Jet Grind Radio. Its U.S. localization was called Jet Grind Radio. But its full name is Jet Set Radio. Actually, yeah, but that's Jet Set Radio. So, thank you guys so much for having me. Remember to, I don't know, drink water, stay hydrated. I don't know. Just remember to live your best life. That's the joke, is the spelling. But yeah, so I don't know what to do now. I'm just gonna sit here and wait, I guess.
Hello, Mix.
Hello.
Great job, mate.
Thank you, man.
Bit overestimate, but nothing dangerous.
Yo, thanks for having me.
So,